I'm really gonna try to not make this a rant video, like me ranting about this movie for about 30 minutes or 45 minutes. I'm really gonna try my very best not to do that. As you can tell by the title, me and my buddy just saw Bella and the Beast movie, and oh my god. Disney, stop. I'm sorry. This is gonna be, yeah. If you notice my fucking mood, this is gonna be like a mixed review because there's good elements in here and extremely poor elements in this movie. I'm really trying not to go on a rant. I'm holding back my rant face, I'm just trying to hold back. He's just face palming right now. He's sitting over there and he's just face palming, thinking about this movie. I don't know if I call it movie, but yeah, he's just like doing this all the time. I wish I could show him, but he really doesn't want to be on camera. But it's funny as fuck. It's funny as fuck. I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, okay. Disney, you promised something. The guys at Disney promised this when they did Maleficent with Angelina Jolie. They promised to do every fairy tale, every animation movie with a twist, with something new, something nice. They're not gonna be remakes. They're gonna be exact remakes. We're gonna make something new, but still have the story in there that was in the animation movie. Huh? Just gonna plain say it. It's a carbon, well, almost a carbon copy. It's like 90% a carbon copy of the animation movie they did in '91. They did this same scenes, the same thing, the same elements as they did in the '90s movie. Like, wait, '91, that's about, oh my god, yeah. It's about 26 years ago, and I feel really old right now. Oh, I don't even want to start. I'm just gonna take it step by step because this damn freaking movie. I'm sorry, I'm pissed off at Disney right now. I'm super pissed off. The last Disney movie I saw was Moan with the Malaysian thing, like ships and everything. Good songs and that, good characters. So Disney is not seriously fucking this movie up. They're not making bad movies, but this thing, whatever this thing is, I don't even know how to define it. It's not good. It's not the thing that's been hyped about. This movie has been hyped to death. Just the first like little still picture of the rose in the glass jar thing. People have been hyping about and like saying, oh, it's gonna be the greatest thing ever. And I remember that movie Found Lady animation one, which is so beautiful and so nice. And then suddenly they were announcing the Emma Watson was gonna be cast, like other great cast members gonna be cast, which hyped me up. I wanted to see this too because yeah, Emma Watson was good in Harry Potter. Um, okay, gonna say something really bad about her, but I don't want to say bad things. But yeah, Emma Watson, she's a nice girl, looks really pretty. She can carry off a lot of roles, but singing wise and kind of acting wise, considering like the trio of Harry Potter, like Ron and David Radcliffe and everything, like that trio, she was one of the better of the trios, like the better of the three actors in that movie. Oh, I'm gonna have like angry commenters right now. Seriously, I'm so sorry. I love Emma Watson. I love her. She's a nice gal. No, she was not right for this movie. Acting wise, she did not do the things I want to see in that department. I don't know if it's good. Maybe she's a really good actress. You can correct me if you want to. She's just wonderful as an actress. Maybe it's just a bad script. Maybe it's just bad directing, bad everything producer. Like singing wise, yeah. Also, hello autotune. Sorry, you can kind of tell where they used autotune. She can sing like a certain amount, and then autotune kicks in and makes the sound kind of okay, a bit fake, but you can hear it. You can seriously tell they use autotune in her voice when she's singing like the famous song and everything. Basically, they're doing the same songs. Yeah, a few new ones, but the original ones are still in there, and they're doing a redoing of those songs. You can kind of tell like they use autotune. You can really, really tell. I'm sorry. I don't want to rant about Emma Watson. I don't want to rant. She's a lovely girl, but not right for the part. And that's one of the issues I had with this movie. Casting wise, the only really good casting, you got a really good casting in there. That's like Kevin Kline as the father of Belle. Kevin Kline is great as an actor, just in general. He's one of the better things about this movie. He's one of the better parts of this movie. Really good cast. He has good chemistry with Emma Watson. I have to give it that. He's got good chemistry with his supposedly daughter. You know, it's good. It's like a scene in the movie very early on, like in the first, I don't know, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, I think. She has a great scene with him and everything. Good chemistry. He's a great character, which in the original one, yeah, it was the character too, but he put it on a nice level. So praise to Kevin Kline for making that little character bigger as it should be. What other parts in here? Oh yeah, I have to talk about that too. But first, I'm gonna talk about the casting. I'm just gonna segment this video a bit. Ian McKellen, lovely actor. Loved him in The Hobbit. Loved him in like Gandalf and everything, and Lord of the Rings. He's a great actor. He's a stage actor which has done phenomenal work with Shakespeare and everything, and his best friend Patrick Stewart, of course. But this was not for him. This part was not for him. He plays the candlestick thing. I think, yeah, it was him. Sorry, if I'm mixing it up, I'm sorry. But this is not his part. He tries so hard to get this part as a voice actor and everything. He done voice acting before. He done Flushed Away. He done other voice actors roles in there. So he's experienced with this kind of roles, and here you kind of feel like he's struggling. Even more so than he did with The Hobbit, and The Hobbit literally broke down on set because the green screen, he didn't act to a person, and he felt like this is not the way I wanted to go into this business, like as an actor. Here you kind of feel he's struggling so hard, and I was like, oh dear God, what you have done to Ian McKellen? He's gonna break down and cry in the recording booth. That's how I felt. Oh, I really don't want to sound any bad about Ian McKellen. The cast is great. Like, if you put the actors separately, as like just the cast members, they're good. They are good. But in this movie, there just seems to be out of place. The guy who plays Gaston, like, he kind of comes across like, yeah, he's a villain. He's like a typical villain. That's like the same as the animation movie. Like, he's literally reading like 80% or 90% of the lines from the original movie. He's literally copying it. His songs are okay. As I said, he can sing, okay, but the songs, again, don't fit him. They don't fit his voice, they don't fit his style of singing. I know I'm gonna be like, I don't try to be ranting about this, but it's not his thing. It doesn't fit. It seriously doesn't fit. It feels like you're watching a show performance on The Voice, and you know the song those people picked or did he choose is not his song because it didn't fit his singing characteristics. It doesn't fit. Same thing with Ian McKellen. And I don't know, the wardrobe, there was like a wardrobe thing at the beginning of the movie and like a few lines halfway to the movie to a song and then the ending. That thing looked... I'm sorry, I'm just gonna segue a bit about that thing. That thing looked creepy as hell. I think they're trying to be cute about this wardrobe. They can talk, a bit narration with the wardrobe thing. That creeped the hell out of me. That creeped the fuck out of me. So I don't imagine like little girls or little boys and everything watching this movie being like, oh, that's adorable, because it had like this really tiny black eyes, and this thing looked really odd. It looked really out of place. It looked scary for this kind of movie. What's the candlestick thing? They pretty much stick to the design of the animation movie. As I said, it's a carbon copy. They could have done so much more with this. They could have done like different stuff with the candlestick thing. They could have done new scenes with that. They did small stuff. Like, changed a bit here and there, made it a bit newer. But no, they didn't. If they changed a little bit more, like they did with Maleficent, like put a new spin on it, I mean a really good spin on it, I would say yes. Yes, definitely with these changes. But this, no. No, it's just, it's literally watching the old movie from the 91. It's like literally watching that, and that has more emotion, more, I would say effort in there, but I don't want, there's so many people working on this movie, I want to say they put more effort and creativity in there than in this movie. And that's why I'm pissed off. It's like, this movie tries to do something different, but it's so unnoticeable, it's so, like the 10% of this movie is different, like a little 10%, but you forget it, because then after that something has been changed, or it's different than the 91 version. They go back. They go immediately back, like, oh, let's do the same thing as we did in 91. Let's make that thing again. And you kind of forget that they changed a bit. You kind of forget what they changed like 5 minutes ago, because, oh, that was an original movie. That was an animation movie. Oh, that's lovely. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Or you're gonna go full out, like do a complete remake, shot by shot remake of the original one, or you don't do it. Oh, I mean, I don't want to rant. I don't want to rant about this. Really don't. I don't want to say like, this video is gonna be ranting me about the fucking movie of Disney. Yeah, this is gonna have like a warning from, mature language and this thing, because I'm pissed off. I'm seriously pissed off. Casting wise, yeah, Luke Evans is great. Yeah. Now I'm just gonna do a segue about the whole controversy thing, because it was like, oh, if you watch this movie, you kind of turn gay and everything. Apparently in America, the first screening had like 30 people turning gay. All of a sudden, it's like, okay, don't you know how this fucking works? I'm sorry. I'm seriously pissed off at people thinking like, oh, this Bella and the Beast movie is gonna make you gay. No, you just gotta appreciate you like, oh, that's a nice dress. And it's like, oh, maybe I'm gay. No. Yeah, I'm trying not to rant about this. I'm really trying not to rant. But a movie turning you gay? Come on, guys. Come on. Use your brain. Use your fucking brain. That cannot happen. There's a scene in there, yeah, it's a blink and you miss it moment. But it's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter. It's not gonna turn you gay or anything. Well, I'm already gay, so yeah. Didn't turn me straight or bisexual or trans, whatever. It didn't. Seriously, it didn't. I don't see how 30 people in America could be turned gay. I don't see, if you watch this movie, you're gonna be cheering along with the devil. Wow. I really don't want him to cheering on with the devil, because this movie was not that great. So that's about the gay thing. Yeah, that's the gay thing. There's stuff in there. I don't want to spoil it, but there's some stuff in there. It's a Disney movie. There's not gonna be a full-on male-to-male kiss. There's gonna be implying everything, because it's still Disney. They're not gonna do that. They're never gonna do that. It's a family picture. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna do a tick of another critic, like, it's a family picture. Yeah, it seriously is. Let's talk about how sometimes the script and the ideas, they forget about it. Like, they establish like new things, which can be really great and everything, like ideas that are brought up out of nowhere, which are good. Those are the new things they add in this movie. But like, there's a conflict. I would say like, there's a book, the magic book. Don't want to spoil anything, because it's in the 91 version. So if you see that one, there's no spoilers. Everything I say in this movie, it's new. It's just a remake. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna put a little spoiler warning here if you don't want to be spoiled. That's the book from the cartoon. Basically, you turn around the page and you see stuff that's gonna happen, and that's now happening. And if you look for somebody, you say, "Oh, let's touch the book." And where is that? Or where is, I don't know, Prince Philip, or I don't know, Camille Ball. I don't know. You kind of like immediately see where they are. And you know, for the animation movie, if you touch it, he actually said if you touch it, you could go right towards it. Like if something happens, like you get transported to there. I don't want to spoil too much, but yeah, that's how that book works. You get a song segment. There's go in different places and everything. Buy that book. And there's a part that was also in an animation movie. Her dad's in peril, and only what he was doing, like he picked up like a little thing, like a clock or something. He picked it up, wrapped it up. He was leaving, and all of a sudden he's in trouble. Nobody why, nobody what's going on. You can see he's in trouble. Fine, good. But instead of thinking about the thing that was happening 10 minutes ago in the movie, I don't know, it was real time or something. Like, oh, I can maybe use the book. Like, okay, where's Dad? And you can see where her dad is, and like, okay, take me to that book. No, she doesn't. She literally has the famous yellow dress on and everything. Jumps on a horse, rides basically going with the wind style, just rides along, and yeah, no idea what that was. That was weird, or maybe I have like a ghost or something. He doesn't like the movie either. But she literally jumps on the horse and rides off. Like, I was like, you little stupid woman. You have this book, this magic freaking book. You can take you anywhere instantaneously. Like, even like touch it and bam, you ride it like where your father is. No, she rides off. She seriously rides off because, oh, let's make a dramatic scene in there with a yellow dress and everything. Let's make her completely right. It looks pretty as hell, but it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. You got this thing. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna reference Star Trek. You got a transporter that's working, a matter-antimatter transporter. You got this thing working, and he's like, no, we have to go down with the shuttle because it looks pretty on the movie. And let's go down with the shuttle. You stupid fuck. You get a transporter. Transport yourself up and down in 1 second. That other thing is gonna take slow. Really takes a lot of time just to get there. Same thing with here. Riding a horse across the freaking country, the other side of town. How? Because it has in trouble. Take the fucking book. I'm sorry. Doesn't make any sense. That's basically the whole movie. Like they establish some nice things in there, like rules and things that can go in this universe, but they never got it. They forget all about it. Create a conflict, create like a drama for the characters to overcome, and they forget like, oh, we just showed you a solution like 10 minutes ago. We just showed you how you can fix it. But we don't want you to fix it that way because it's too easy. Let's just forget about it. Let's do the difficult part and let's just make this whole thing like last longer than it needs to be. Like, oh man, even when she gets there, where the dad was attacked and everything, literally, in the animation movie, it's subtle. It's a walking cane. They picked up the cane, and he looks at it, and it's like, the expression in his face, like, oh, there's something going wrong, there's something bad happening. But with this, it's most out of nowhere. It's so weird. They picked up the stick, and it's like, I'm not gonna even look at the stick, I'm gonna look dramatically at the stick, holding it next to me, and basically this is not human behavior. Nobody does this. Holds the stick and looks straight ahead, dramatically, and has no emotion on his face. The emotion on some of these human characters, like actors, have less of an emotional expression than the animation one in 91. That's how I think about this movie. That's how the expressions in most of the actors are less prominent, less like non-visible than the animation movie. The animation movie had like fluid animation, they had like expressions. Of course they had bigger eyes, that's Disney, you know, that seriously is Disney. But there's no expression. Sometimes the actors just stare right in front of you and it's like, you just see if there's a sign of life in there. In the animation movie, they literally express like more emotions in like 2 seconds than this movie does in like 10 minutes. Like you see Bella just or on the dance floor in the animation movie, you see her like expressing emotions, looking around, expression like a love towards the beast, like respect and everything. In this, nothing. Sorry, nothing. I don't know if she's acting towards a CG crit. I don't know if this is even computer effect or it's some guy in a suit. But there's no chemistry. There's like nothing. Nothing. I would say like there was more chemistry in the 50 Shades of Grey movies than this movie. Those characters in the 50 Shades of Grey, like Anastasia, what's her fucking name, and Mr. Grey or something, have more chemistry than these two in this movie. There's nothing. No chemistry whatsoever. Yeah, he's making. Okay, so I have more chemistry with this freaking bag of chips than with this movie. Yeah, that's one of my issues. It's like it looks pretty, it looks really nice. It's camera work is really good in this movie, but chemistry, the magic, literally the magic of Disney, it's not there. It seriously isn't there, and I kind of see what they wanted to do. There's a few changes in there, like the beginning, like the explanation why Bella has to leave, why Bella has to go. She's more of an independent character. That's what I mean. Like in the beginning, she has got a really nice character, rounded out. She's independent. She can talk for herself. She's not one of those Disney princesses who cannot basically talk for herself and have an opinion. Here, she talks to her dad. She talks to people, and yeah, that's good and everything. But when that happened, again, let's put that aside. Let's create the character of Bella. Let's create like Belle, like no expression whatsoever, no independence. Suddenly she just changed into an expressionless person. She doesn't have any emotion, nothing whatsoever. Like, did we forget like here she has emotion, she has independence, she has a really nice character. Just like push that aside. Let's make it this cliche Disney character. Let's give her zero personality. That's all this movie is. It's like they establish something new, something great about this story, like Bella and the Beast, but they forgot. They forget they put something effort in there. They put some characters in there. They completely forget, and they establish some new things. Let's forget that. Let's go back. How they did it in the 90s version. That's how this movie is. Like every time they do something new, which I freaking love. I really love the new stuff in this. The new songs, the new character, the developments and everything. But it's like, oh no, let's forget about that. Let's just focus on how it was in the 90s movie. And that's why it makes me so pissed off. There's potential in this movie. There's so much potential in this movie. It's like, you could have told a whole different story, a whole different side. And they didn't. They just forget certain stuff, like the background of Beast. Like, okay, we saw something in the original version, like the Enchantress and everything, and yeah, here it's a bit elaborate. It's a bit more talked about, more explained, but again, they forget about that. Like they establish some new rules with Enchantress, why he was turned into Beast and everything, and it's great. It's really good. It's one of the most better movie moments in this thing. But after that happens, let's forget about it. Let's focus on how he was in animation movies. Like, you really fuck up. I don't know if it was like different writers of this, like, oh, there's a new guy coming in, writing this stuff down, like making this beautiful scene, and then the second guy that's writing that, oh yeah, let's copy that. I love that movie. I love that scene in the original one. I love that scene. And they conflict and they're fighting each other. You can kind of tell like they're fighting each other in this movie. So I don't know who's in charge of the script. You can seriously tell like they're fighting for grounds in this movie. You literally can tell. It's like the whole Star Trek Into Darkness, like the second J.J. Abrams movie. You can tell like the movie was written by three main writers. Like the first part is good, the second part is okay, and then the whole damn segment of the last part is like written by somebody completely different, and this is how this movie feels like. But then it's smaller compartments, like that piece is written by that piece is written by this, that piece is written by somebody else, and they're all fighting each other. Like they didn't come into one room or something, and they talked about how we can integrate everything in the movie, what they changed. It's like, no, you get little pieces of movie from different kind of writers, all jumbled up into one movie. That's how this movie is. This is how this movie is, and it's like, oh, I don't want to hate on Charmed. It's like Charmed. It's a good idea. It's really nice, but the execution wise, it's horrible. It's not done properly. It's not done integrated into the main story. Again, the same thing with the rose in the glass case and everything. In the animation movie, it was subtle. She had like the magical twinkle in her eyes. She looked at the rose. She moved around the camera. Or, well, the camera. The animation just moved around. It looks so fluid. It looks so beautiful the way it's animated. Hand-drawn animation and everything. Here, she doesn't even come like 40 feet or something. I don't know, maybe 20 feet. I'm just guessing right now. And the beast just yells, "Get out of the way! Get out of the way from there!" It's like, dude, what the fuck? Sorry. Those moments, they come out of nowhere. Like, that's what I'm telling you about. It's like, those moments, it's so out of character for the established character they probably put on screen. It's like, oh, we put this character on screen. Okay, we're gonna do around with the same thing as we did in the animation movie. But here comes a new thing. She yells at Bella, and then suddenly we forget that she was treated badly by him. It's like, oh, let's forget about him. Oh, he didn't mean it, but you didn't see even resolve. You just see, you literally have to see. I'm just gonna do this. I'm sorry. They have like scenes, the build up, and then you whoop, like that. And now we can do this like this, whoop, and I stop. Like the screen fades to black in one of the weirdest moments ever. It's like they're building up something, and you kind of feel like they're building up to something big, but no, la 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 la, and wham, it stops. It literally just stops. It's like this movie wants to have like a moment to applaud or stick in a moment, or have a commercial break for on television. I don't know. I don't know if Disney is planning to do that. It felt so out of place. It was no from point A to point B to point C. It literally just stops halfway or something. It literally just, boom, let's stop the action. Let's cut to fade to black. It's like they're waiting for a moment for us to applaud. I'm not gonna applaud to this movie. If you want a good see Bella and Beast movie, just watch the animated movie. Just watch the 91 movie. Okay, I would say they did some updates in this movie, like the dance scene in the ballroom. Yeah. Admittingly, that scene in the animation movie kind of looks, I don't know, for some people it looks dated. For me it looks good because I know it's from the 90s and the CG in 91 was still being developed. Like Jurassic Park came out in 93 and that was like the first realistic CG thing put in movie. So yeah, I kind of get why people say, oh, it looks old, it looks really old, it looks old. They redid it and it looks pretty. I want to say it looks pretty, but they got like chandeliers and everything. It looks pretty, but again, I'm just gonna say this. They could have done so much more new things with this camera, and you got this beautiful sets. Which I don't know if you know it's CG, because sometimes I can tell, like, oh yeah, that's a CG environment, or that's a CG extension of a forest scene. Here, you don't gonna even tell. I was like, is that ballroom fake, or is that a real ballroom? Because it looked huge, it looks beautiful. But I'm not even kidding. I don't know how I'm gonna show you this. I'm just gonna show you with this. Like you have the two dancing, and the camera just moves around the same way as it did in the 91 version. Literally, it moves around in the same. You can literally put it like a split screen or something, and put like the 91 version and the new version next to each other, and it looks exactly the same, only with better of course, better effects, or real set. I have no idea. I need to look this up. It looks exactly the same. You got even the people behind me in the movie theater, like, oh my god, it's her yellow dress, it's her yellow dress. Like, yeah, no wonder people are turning gay. No fucking wonder, you know, if people, that's the response that people are getting, instead of this movie is good, or this movie is bad, or I love this movie. No, yellow dress. Literally, we're applauding the yellow dress. I'm not even kidding. When you saw the yellow dress first, you can hear the movie go quiet for half a second, and then you can hear people, yeah, oh my god, it's the yellow dress. Yeah, you saw it in the trailer. You saw it in the poster. It's not like you see the first yellow dress of your life. Okay, stopping about the yellow dress. Really, I'm sorry. Just this movie just takes a weird angle on the characters, on humanizing the characters. You would think like has human elements in there. It's not animation. It's real human actors in there. They have no expression. They have weird expressions. In the original one, like when she said to Beast, "Oh, my dad's in trouble. Go help him," and the expression on her face is like there's so much expression on an animation. You know, animation-wise, it's such gorgeous expression. And this, no. I have no idea who the director is, or somebody has just given her really bad instructions on how to handle the scene. But she literally comes up to Beast, and I feel like this is like a 50 Shades of Grey thing or something. She comes to Beast, my dad's in trouble. You have to help him now. Like, holy fuck, lady. He takes you in your castle. He has this. Okay, that's a new thing. Like, she's just forcing, like, being hard on him. Like, all of nowhere. It's like some scenes like, oh, I'm being hard because I am an independent person. Okay, it's fine. You can have strong female characters in there. But don't forget you just put those scenes in there. Literally, they put the scenes like Belle being like really strong and independent and have a human character to her, like her dad is in trouble, she responds in a human way, and then like 5 minutes later they completely forget that they put that in the movie. They literally forget. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me with this? It's like every good part of the movie is literally putting new stuff in there, and like 5 minutes later, let's forget about it. Let's do what they did in the original movie. And that's basically my review of this movie. It is so fucking bad. It's so annoyingly bad. So yeah, if you want to see a good Bella and the Beast movie, just watch the 91 version. Watch other versions, like there's a TV show with Ron Perlman. What else? We got more. There's like even the sci-fi movie from the Sci-Fi Channel of Sci-Fi or whatever it's called now. They had a better movie than this. They had a better movie than this. This is, I don't know what the budget is. I think 150 million. Kind of estimated it a bit because, well, actors and everything. The sci-fi movie one has about like I think 5 or 10 million of budget, and it did more and more creativity with the characters and crowd wise. Of course, the special effects are not that good. It's Sci-Fi Channel, guys, but it did more with the characters and more with the world they can play with than this movie. This movie. That's why this movie pissed me off. It's like you got this huge budget, you got a star cast like Emma Watson, you got freaking Ian McKellen, Luke Evans, which is really weird singing him in this movie, which, okay, you gotta be a bit more open-minded because some actors like, him? Yeah. But you got this amazing cast, and what do? You don't use your creativity. They literally are retreading every freaking step of the original animation movie from 91. And that's what's pissed me off. And I'm not gonna go too far because I'm literally going over the 30-minute mark, and I promised myself I wouldn't go that far. I don't want to spoil it for you. If you go in this movie going, I love Bella and the Beast, I love to see a good movie, you're probably gonna like it. But you're probably gonna really like it. If you are like, I want to see something new in this universe, in this new Disney universe they created, no. This is exactly the problem I have with some of these live action movies from Disney. Apparently the next one is Aladdin, which I fucking hope they don't do it. I hope they like cancel it, this project, because the problem with Aladdin is in the story, the original story, if they kind of stick to the book or the movie, Jasmine is only 14 years old in the story. 14. Aladdin is about 19. You see my problem there? You see my problem? Okay, you can have like an old Arabian cast in there, fine. But we still have the issue, like the original story, she's about 14, underage. She's a virgin princess in the stories. Not even kidding. So I think, here goes Disney, let's do the same thing as we did in the original movie. They're gonna do the same thing with Aladdin. You can mark my words, I can kind of come back in here, like in a year's time or something, when this movie comes out, Aladdin. They're gonna do exactly the same thing. They kind of put Aladdin in there, they kind of do it like shot for shot. Of course, honoring Robin Williams, bless him. I hope they don't gonna recast him or like copy him or something. Bless them all much, but Disney, do something new. It doesn't matter if you're not going by the book or just using the same thing as what they did in the book. It doesn't matter. But do something new. You got this whole entire budget, you got this entire big cast of famous people in there, good actors, but do something more. Because, as I said, 10% of this movie is new, it's good, they created something really nice with the characters, something new, but 90% is exactly the same damn thing as the 91 version. Like, creativity wise, it's like, oh, let's use the same script as they did in the 91 version, because there's a script there. This is the same script. I don't want to hate on the writer department, but come on. You used most of these scenes, reused them, they used the same scenes. I'm sorry, no. No, no, no. I'm gonna be really honest, no. I'm gonna stop this video right here. If you are looking for a really good Disney movie and you say like, oh, I love the original Bella and the Beast, you know, I love it, and you won't mind seeing the same movie again, you know, don't watch the animation movie. Don't watch that movie right before this movie because you're watching the same movie twice. Even worse actually, because yeah, as I pointed out. But if you go in like saying, oh, I want to be neutral, I want to be open-minded, I want this movie to be good. I really wanted the movie to be good too, but yeah, if you like it, go ahead, see this. This is my opinion, so don't hate me. Don't put like hatred comments and everything down here. But I'm sorry, this movie is running about 40 minutes. About, nah, just checking the camera, yeah. Sorry. Go watch this movie if you want to, but this is my opinion. So don't hate me and don't unsubscribe me or something, and don't like, oh, I hate this movie, I'm gonna put a like on this video. Don't. It's my opinion. So if you're like saying, oh, you don't like my opinion, well, sorry. This is my review. It's my opinion. This is my opinion as a moviegoer, as a movie lover. I love these movies. I love going to the cinema, seeing new stuff. So if you're really gonna hate me in the comments, so be it. I'm gonna post them anyway. So if you want to hate or shout bad words, do it. You're only gonna embarrass yourself. You're only gonna embarrass yourself, because I know we're gonna have like haters and everything. Like, hey, oh, you know, I love this movie. How can you hate this movie? It's my opinion, and this is basically it. This is basically this whole damn thing of this YouTube channel. It's my opinion. It's somebody's opinion, and that's what YouTube is. So if you're gonna really rant about this, oh, you're gay, you don't understand if people are gonna be turned gay, or this movie is great, the greatest thing ever, and you're gonna hate about this movie. No, it's my opinion. And I'm gonna continue doing this no matter what people say in the comments, no matter how many people are gonna hate me. I'm gonna continue doing this. So I'm sorry, but that's my opinion, and if you can't handle it, sorry, you shouldn't watch this movie. You shouldn't watch this channel, because you're gonna see a lot of opinions in here. I'm gonna post like other stuff in there, like topical things like harms and everything, and my opinions and recent events. If you don't like it, don't watch it. You're not like, I'm not holding you at gunpoint and watch this movie, or not holding you at gunpoint and watch this review just for the sake of it. So this is my opinion, and I'm sorry. I hope Disney's not gonna fuck up the rest of the movies, because they're gonna do all of them. They're gonna do all of the movies now, and I hope, like, even with the Lion King version and everything, I hope they're just gonna do something new with the character. I mean, really new. Because it's the whole universe. Do something new, Disney. That's my opinion. Do something great and do something new. So, bye, yo.